You misunderstand, Mr. Murphy. As long as Mrs. Barry doesn't mind, I'm back here to take over.
Look, Mara, I don't like it either, but there's no such thing as a clean slammer.
Oh, come on, I know that, but you don't have to encourage it.
Look, I've been doing my homework. There's been dope going around this place for 30 years. No top dog's ever been able to stop it. It's a message there somewhere, don't you think?
You don't have to force it down their bloody throats.
That's exactly what I'm trying not to do.
What?
If I left it to Lou Kelly, she'd be feeding it to the kids. I want to stop that. I want to stop her ripping off the women. It's called regulation.
How long do you think Kelly's going to put up with you giving away her dope?
Look, Myra, I know it's hard for you, but I'm in the chair now, so I've got to do things my way or there's no point. If the women, even one of them, wants to fight me, I may as well do what you did and chuck it in. Are you with me?
Sorry I couldn't get around earlier. Then I had a better idea. I rush it, and we can have all night.
What's up? I'm crook. Oh, God, I'm crook. You're as cold as ice, Rabbit. I don't know what's wrong with me. Rabbit! Come on, Rabbit! Rabbit!
What's eating you?
It's Rabbit! She's passed out. I think she's got a
Screw!
What's the matter with Warren?
I don't know. The kid reckons she's about to snuff it. She's trying to raise the screws.
Oh, typical, isn't it? They're probably asleep in the staff room. Hey, is anyone guarding this place? Hang in there, Bobby. We're trying to get the screws. Hey, Jude, pass it down the line. Warren's sick. Let's wake him up.
Come on, Rabbit. Please don't die. Someone will be here soon. They've got to be.
Well, a bit of a nympho, aren't you? But don't worry, love. While I'm here, I'll make sure that you don't go without. Look, I'm sorry I got to dash off. Better see what all this fuss is about. I've got plenty of night shift coming up. But I'll be seeing you, sweetheart.
Way down in the staff room. What took you so long?
I'm checking the men in isolation. I can't be in two places at once. All right, you lot, shut up!
Jinxed it just like all the others, Rabbit. Bobby? Rabbit? Please don't cark it. You're your best mate. We're going to get a house together and everything, remember? I worked out the decorations already. Not going to die. Of course you're not. You wouldn't leave me here by myself, would you?
What's wrong with her?
I don't know. She was just vomiting in the sink and then she fell on the floor.
All right, Mitchell, we'll look after it. Get her on the bed. Better call an ambulance. Told you not to shut up!
Okay, girls, you have the man, knock it off.
I'd better turn the lights on and get us all in here too.
Good.
Mitchy all over.
Looks like you've been poisoned.
It's all right, Rabbit. I'm here. I wouldn't leave you.
Wish to hell I knew what was going on.
I'll give it one last try, eh? Hey, Murphy! Now that I got them all quiet, I reckon you owe me an explanation.
I don't owe you anything, Keen.
We just want to know if the kid's all right, that's all.
Yeah, well, so you should. Looks like one of you tried to poison her off.
What? Couldn't be. We all ate the same food.
Maybe so. It's not the first time someone tried to get rid of her this way.
Oh, that was different. Besides, that bitch left here ages ago.
Yes, well, someone got to her. I hope she pulls through. Sleep tight.
Bastard. Ah, he's right, though. She wouldn't have poisoned herself. You'd better look into it.
That ambulance is on its way, isn't it?
How is she?
Not good. Help me with her, will you?
Yeah.
Can I stay with her? She's me mate. I wouldn't do nothing,
Sorry, Bobby, we have to get to the hospital straight away.
but she needs me. God, you can hear me up there. Please don't let my mate Rabbit die. And I haven't been too good. But I reckon I'd do just about anything if you make her better. Please.
Go on, give it a go, love. It tastes fine to me.
Oh, I'm just not hungry, Jude. I was thinking the other day, I could afford to lose a few pounds, so I think I'll go on a diet right now. Oh, it's not funny, Judy. I'm sure Marlene is poisoned, and whoever poisoned her is waiting to get rid of us one by one. It's just like an Agatha Christie movie.
Calm down, love. We don't know that she was poisoned.
Well, she must have been. What else could have made her so terribly ill so quickly?
Well, I don't know, but no one else is crook, and no one had any reason to poison her.
Oh, I don't know. You don't win popularity stakes around here by being a bookie that always wins.
Know something we don't, Kelly? Just cool it, all of you. She was poisoned, I'll sort it out. Until then, we'll keep our shirts on, eh?
Come on, Bobby. Try and get something down. It'll make you feel better.
Need a brick to keep this locked down, Jude.
Marlene's going to be okay. Now, you heard what Mrs. Slattery said.
Bloody screws will tell you anything to keep you quiet. She could be dead for all we know.
Oh, don't say that. I don't think she is. Anyway, you should never give up hope. I never gave up hope trying to find my mum. No, I found it.
See, there you go. Hey, did you finish writing that letter to her?
Yeah, finally.
Now, you ought to ask Mrs. Slattery if she'll mail it for you, huh?
I will. Only I'm sort of nervous and excited at the same time. Only wish I knew how she'll react to it.
She'll be thrilled to get it, love. Any mother would be.
Come on, ladies. Time for muster. Finish up quickly.
Murphy paid me a visit last night.
Bastard.
He's playing it safe. Oh, well, he'll be back for more. We'll get him then.
Forget it. I'm not putting up with that ape mauling me again.
Oh, you'll manage. Close your eyes and think of England.
I'm going to see the governor as soon as I can. Once I get moved in with somebody else, he won't be able to touch me.
Move along there.
I don't believe I'm seeing this.
What?
You just had your stomach pumped 6 hours ago.
That's why I'm so hungry, because it's empty.
Oh, Mrs. Reynolds, my sister.
Hi, Mrs. R.
You're certainly making a rapid recovery.
As long as there's food around, you can't keep a Warren down for long.
The doctor says you're suffering from an allergic reaction to a drug.
Oh, that can't be right. I didn't take anything, not even a disprin.
That's not the sort of drug the doctor meant.
But I didn't, Mrs. R. I don't take anything like that. I don't like it.
We'll see, won't we? I'm waiting for the pathologist's report to find out exactly what drug it was. Once I do know, I'll be back asking questions, Warren.
You missed out on a wonderful shift here last night.
Oh?
Yeah, Warren took sick and the women tried to bang the place down. I still don't know why it took Glenn so long to get to Warren's cell. I could hear the noise from down here.
Didn't you ask him?
Of course I did. And he got quite abrupt with me. Said he was checking in isolation, but he couldn't have been, because he was coming from the wrong direction. Perhaps he snuck into the kitchen for a snack.
Oh, watch it. You're going to hurt me best pair of shoes. Sorry, Jude. Oh, I'm only kidding you.
Hey, come on, buck up. Pixie said she'll get to see Rabbit when she's on tray duty.
What if she's not there? The screws could have lied, you know.
Reno's in the chair again. She doesn't lie. Now, let's wait and see what Pixie says.
All we ever do around here is bloody wait and see. Why isn't someone doing something? Me mate was poisoned.
Look, I told you to cool it. Now leave it to me.
Where's Kelly?
Out of the skip.
Trying to avoid me, is she? Well, I suppose you're all gloating over the way you made a fool of me yesterday. I should have known better than to trust any of you lot.
Yeah, well, it wasn't our fault the plan didn't come off. We backed you all the way. If you want someone to blame, it's me.
Oh, cut the heroics, Keen. It doesn't suit you. Anyway, we all saw you go to water yesterday, didn't we? Now, just a statement from you to the governor and we would have had Murphy, but you blew it. Get out. Other way.
Look, a statement from me wouldn't have done any bloody good. Got to catch that bastard in the act. How did I know he's going to change his shift?
You should have planned it better. I don't like mistakes, Keen.
Okay, so I didn't count on him being that clever. But we can still get him. He says he's going to be visiting Kelly regularly, so he's not onto us yet. Reckons he'll be doing a lot of night shifts.
All right. But next time there will be no slip-ups. I'll see to that. Because I'll be there to lock him in. In the morning he's going to have his work cut out explaining why he's there.
Yeah, well, that's if there is a next time. Apparently Kelly's requested to see the governor and get shifted.
Oh, has she? Oh, we'll see about that.
I'm afraid things sort of just got on top of me. I had intended to get it all sorted out, but... Oh, and I'm sorry I dropped my bundle like that. It's so unfair with you just coming out of hospital.
Will you please stop apologising, Joyce? I can assure you it isn't necessary. The department had no right to dump everything in your lap like that.
Funny, you know. I always thought I was a good officer.
You are.
Ah, yes, but it's not the same, is it? When you're sitting in that chair and having to make decisions. Just like Botham.
Who?
Ian Botham. The Pommy. You know, great cricketer, crook captain. Do you know Norm Barracks for them, the traitor?
Oh. Well, at least the Higgins thing's a closed book.
Oh, is it true that Inspector Grace is not going to press charges?
Oh, I'm sure he'd love to if he could find someone to press them on. Seems there are lots of suspects and no real evidence. I'm afraid I gave Maya an impossible job asking her to watch Higgins.
I wasn't much help to her either, I'm afraid. Too much to do. But still, I hope that's not the reason she stood down.
Yes. She's as stubborn as a mule, but at least you can talk sense to her. Yes. Thank you, Wendy. Damn.
Problems?
The Minister's secretary's here. It's on his way. Come in.
Mrs. Reynolds.
Mr. Hopgood. This is Officer Barry.
How do you do?
I'm sorry you didn't tell us you were coming. Would have given us an opportunity to rearrange our schedule.
I'll just go and organise some coffee, all right?
Do sit down. I'm sure it must be terribly important to drag you away from your office.
Well, I'm just here to settle a little misunderstanding, Mrs. Reynolds. We were worried that you may have got the impression that the Minister and his department weren't exactly, shall we say, simpatico with Mr. Colby's statement.
I can't think where I could have got that idea.
Well, whatever. For the record, I'm here to tell you that the Minister wholeheartedly endorses Mr. Colby's decision to allow fraternisation.
And off the record, Mr. Hopgood, I think it's a ludicrous idea. The department is pandering to the press, and I'm the one who's got to cope with the aftermath.
Mrs. Reynolds, we have every faith in your ability.
Did the Minister even read my objections?
Yes, he read them very carefully before discarding them. Now, let's not squabble. The decision has been made, and there's nothing more you can do.
I could resign.
You wouldn't want to do that, Mrs. Reynolds. Well, not if you really care for these women. Of course, we'd be most upset if you did so, but I'm sure there are other officers we could appoint. Joan Ferguson, for example.
You wouldn't dare.
Well, I hope you won't force me to do something we'd both regret.
I'm sorry if I brought you out of your way, but I had to talk to you.
You haven't. I had to go past on the way to Wentworth. I have a group therapy session with the women this afternoon.
Just want to say thank you. You were right. I was feeling very sorry for myself.
Yes, well, I know I came on very strongly, but it was intentional.
I know. I'm still pretty confused. But I know I can work things out.
Well, if it helps, I'm a good listener.
I just don't know where to turn to. I'm pregnant, and I don't know what to do about it.
Yes, or perhaps I'm not the right person to talk to. Look, if you'd like, I can arrange an appointment with a very good counsellor who works here. She's, well, her name's Alison Webb. I've known her for years.
But I don't know her. I'd feel silly talking to a stranger.
No, you wouldn't. Besides, she knows about these problems. Look, it can't hurt to listen to her, can it? Can it?
I realise we're understaffed. I don't mind working through to the afternoon shift.
Thank you, Lynn. I appreciate it. Right, the reason I called you in is to tell you that the department's decided to allow the men to mix with the women, starting...
What? Never heard of anything so ridiculous.
Recreation period tonight, and meals and recreation period starting tomorrow. Now, I
well.
know this puts further pressure on us, but that's the decision.
Yeah? And when this place cracks under the pressure, is the department going to come and pick up the pieces?
We will be getting more help, won't we?
Not for the present, no. They feel confident we can cope as usual.
I don't know. They won't lift a finger to help until one of us gets killed.
Well, you could always resign if you don't feel that you're up to it, Joan.
All right, that's it. You can get back to your duties, but I'd advise you all to keep on your toes. And if you've got any problems, you know where my office is. Thank you.
What is going on? I can't believe you could have allowed this to happen.
I had no choice.
You could have refused.
Hopwood made it very clear that if I didn't accept this decision, I'd be replaced. Want me to walk out on all of you?
Am I okay now?
Yes. You can rejoin your friends for lunch, but I don't want you working today.
Well, you're looking very chipper for someone we thought was going to die.
Yeah, I thought I was a goner too, but they popped my stomach and I came good.
Any idea what it was?
Mrs. Reynolds said it was an allergic reaction to some drug, but it couldn't be mine because I didn't take it.
Yeah, okay, love, I believe you. Kelly must have slipped you something without you knowing it.
Yeah, well, I don't know how she did it, but Mrs. Reynolds doesn't believe me and I'm in big trouble.
Don't you worry. I'll talk to Reb about it, see what she can do.
Thanks.
Desmond, visiting hours are over. The governor wants to see you right now.
Oh, who do we have here?
I don't know. No one's been able to get a word out of her. Either she's a mute or just playing dumb.
Well, how are we supposed to communicate with her? Do you have to keep those handcuffs on her?
As soon as you sign these papers, she's all yours. Until then, we're not taking any chances. She's got away from us twice already.
Right, come on, down on the white line. Come along. Now, your name is... Well, we'll have to call you Jane Doe. You're on remand, having been charged with dangerous driving, failure to stop at the scene of an accident, driving without a licence, and theft of a motor vehicle. Is that correct?
Good luck. She didn't have any belongings, but she's got a prayer book on her. Wouldn't try and take it away unless you're wearing shin pads and a baseball helmet.
Well, perhaps the prayer book will give us some clue to her identity.
No. Look, they've tried every Middle Eastern dialect they know on her. No response. I don't know what you're going to do with her. See you.
Right. All right, my dear. Come along. Mrs. Slattery, you'll have to take over here. I'll have to talk to Mrs. Reynolds about this one.
Sure.
Mrs. Slattery will take you to the showers where you will wash. Understand? Come on.
I just want to know why you stepped down.
Does it matter? I never wanted the job in the first place.
Well, if it's because of the Sarah Higgins murder...
No, it's got nothing to do with it.
Then what was it?
Tired, that's all. I'm tired of the responsibility, the squabbles. I've had enough.
All right, but you really think that Keane is the most suitable person to take over?
Who knows?
Come in.
Oh, sorry for interrupting. I wanted to have a word with you.
No, could you wait outside, please?
Sure.
Well, we've got another problem on our hands. The new prisoner. We don't know her name, and we don't know how to communicate with her.
I know. The police are doing their best to identify her for us. They're checking with immigration, and they're publishing a photo in the papers, hoping that someone will recognise her and come forward.
Well, what do we do in the meantime? How is she going to fend for herself against people like Kelly? We don't even know if she can yell for help.
That's why I've asked Desmond to wait. Maybe she can look after her until we sort it out. I'm having her moved in with Pixie as well.
Good. Well, let's hope they have better luck communicating with her than I did.
Oh, you're not alone. Most of us try to block things out. It's nature's way of healing wounds.
Well, I can't now that I'm pregnant. Oh, I am being forced to make a decision, and I don't want to.
Well, you don't have to. You can let the pregnancy continue and just play it day by day. But is that the way you want to live your life?
I don't know.
Let's just talk it through. If you did have the baby, would you think about keeping it?
I guess so. Of course, I couldn't wipe out the fact that the father was...
Go on, say it. Get your feelings clear.
I could put it up for adoption. I mean, I could still work and...
Come on, you're doing fine.
No, I'm not. I'm just avoiding the real problem. And that is that I'm 43. And I know all the risks involved.
If it helps, I can sympathize with you. I've been in your position. I was raped and became pregnant and was just as frightened and terrified as you are. And I finally decided that aborting was the only solution. But it doesn't stop me wondering whether I made the right or wrong decision. I wish I could help you more, but the final decision has to be made by you.
Well, what do you know? Pumpkins. Nearly ready for picking, too.
Well, they're all yours, Frank. Can't stand them.
Oh, you just haven't had the right recipe. I know a lulu of a way to make them taste real good.
Come on, let's get stuck into it. We're too bloody close to the fence for my liking.
Well, at least they're taking a bit of notice of what you said before.
Yeah, a lot of use they'd be, though, if someone really wanted to get us.
Why can't they find us something to do on the inside?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe if we kick up enough stink, they might try a bit harder. Don't strain yourself, Frank.
Don't intend to.
Murphy catches you, you'll be back in the pound, Frank.
And you'd like that, wouldn't you, Delaney?
What's it, Burke?
You know, they say two's company. Did you have a good time last night, did you?
Ignore him, Matt.
Gets his dander up easy, don't he?
If you just rake up that stuff and shut your mouth.
You know, I've always noticed that with poofters. Just like Sheila's if you rub them up the wrong way.
Stinking son! Yeah, Matt! You bastard! Prick asked for it. Oh, you all right? Oh, yeah. A nice mess of your hands. Couldn't be worth.
Okay, who started this?
Nobody started anything. Matt fell on his rake.
You do this, Burke?
Wasn't anyone's fault. I tripped.
Yeah, sure. Get him to the infirmary. You other two inside. The day's over.
What about the tools?
Leave them there. The women will pick them up later.
You're going to pay for that one, you bastard.
Geez, where's Lou? Can't she do that lot?
She's still with Reno, I guess.
Well, she's sure taking her time. Probably holed up in the can waiting for the...
I'll help you.
Thank you. Hey, seeing as Rabbit's better, hadn't we ought to start making tactics for tonight?
Oh, she's better than better. She's going to be here for lunch.
Oh, well, that girl must have a cast-iron stomach. I reckon. She'll probably end up having seconds because she's been spewing her guts out all night.
Oh, give it a rest, Mitchell.
Geez, it's all right for you lot. I'd just up the
Leave it, will you? At least until we've had lunch, huh?
Let's just hope Ray doesn't make minced curry.
Oh, maybe try. Oh, no.
Hang on, we've got to talk. You got to do something about Marlene.
Thought she was back on deck.
She is, this time.
Meaning?
Meaning she was poisoned.
Oh, says who?
The sister. Marlene is allergic to drugs.
Yeah, well, she didn't have any stuff, did she?
Exactly. Lou must have slipped it to her. Now, what's she peddling?
Only coke?
Only? It could have bloody killed her, Keen.
Well, she'll know not to touch it next time, won't
she? She didn't know she had touched it. Now, you've got to take a stand on Kelly and get rid of these drugs. Trying to hook a kid on the sly, that is damn low. But almost killing her in the process, it's as good as murder.
Yeah, well, don't worry. I'll handle it. Now, run along, Desmond. I don't need you to tell me how to do the job.
find Mason rather different from the usual type we get in here.
Slight understatement, Governor.
Well, that's what I need. If they were all the same, group therapy wouldn't get off the ground.
Waste of effort, Mr. Sutton. By the time you've read through all that, they'll be up to a whole new bag of tricks.
Still worth a try, Chris.
Department must be paying through the nose to have you doing such a useless project on your holidays.
Believe it or not, Miss Ferguson, I'm doing it because I'm interested and because I care.
Figures.
Oh, Mrs. Reynolds, I've just brought the men in. One of them had an accident out in the garden.
What happened?
I don't know, they're not saying. Delaney's up in the infirmary now.
Serious?
Oh, you'll get over it. I got a hunch it was Burke, but I don't think you'll get anything out of the kid.
All right, I'll go and see what I can find out.
I wish you luck.
And by the way, Miss Ferguson, Kelly's asked for cell change. I can't see any reason not to, so I think we'll put her into number 5.
If you insist, but I think she's better off on her own. Oh, she's an infection, that one. Put her near the others and the germs spread.
Yeah, I'll endorse that. If there's any trouble around, you can back it in that Kelly's had a finger in it. Be much easier on all of us if she's left on her own.
All right, we'll leave it for the moment. And would you make out a report on the incident in the garden before you leave, Lynn?
Yes, I was just about to do it, Miss Reynolds.
She's gone. On your feet.
I'm not arguing with you.
Wrong. You picked on that kid once too often.
Bloody wimp got what was coming to him.
Just because he's a decent kid, that doesn't make him a wimp. And even if it did, doesn't give you the right to try and smash his face.
Sorry. Forgot you want to keep him pretty. Hell, what's the difference in the dark?
Right. That does it.
Get back before you get hurt.
And that's not what you're going to get if you feed me one more line like that.
You'll feel more comfortable when the painkillers start to work.
I'm okay.
Well, Sister wants to keep you in till tomorrow at least. She's worried infection might set in.
Suits me.
How did it happen?
Clumsy. I must have tripped.
And the prongs went through the back of your hands.
I had an armful of stuff.
I thought a farm boy'd know better than to leave a rake lying face up.
It'll teach me.
So how did it really happen? Come in.
Oh, you poor thing.
Just leave the tray, Mason.
Yes, Mrs. Slattery. Hello, Mrs. Reynolds. I do hope I'm not interrupting your visit.
It's all right, Pixie. Now, if you do want to talk to me about anything, just let Sister know, all right?
Mrs. Reynolds, he can't eat. You poor hands, do they hurt?
It's all right, Mason. Sister will look after him.
But by the time she comes back from maternity, it'll be cold. Oh, please, can't I do it? This is my last delivery.
Can you stay?
As long as it doesn't take too long.
Oh, thank you. We won't be long, will we? I know you're going to like this because Mr. Proctor always makes the hospital trays special.
Pixie.
Yes? Oh, golly. You're not at all well, are you? Poor hands and your voice gone. Now, open up. What's his name, Mrs. Slattery?
Delaney. Matthew. Now, come on, hurry it up.
So you're Matthew. I mean, oh, what a lovely name. No. Don't say anything. You just rest your poor voice. Now, open up. You're doing very well, you know.
Seats taken.
Looks empty to me.
Look again.
Choosy buggers. If I'd have railroaded lecturess Lynn, you would have been all over me like a rash.
Is that the same rash you gave Marlene?
What?
The dope you slipped her. It almost killed her.
Yeah? Would have fooled me by the way she's shoveling that down.
Excuse me, I was very sick.
Yeah, well, go find the bogeyman and get off my back.
I haven't finished, Callie.
Yes, you have, Desmond. My job, remember?
Oh, geez, you're just trying to find out who got rabbit.
Yeah, and I didn't notice you trying very hard.
Yeah, well, you can all just settle back. I've got the reins now. Desmond's got to learn to be a passenger.
Hey, look at this, a new bird.
Get your food, sit down, and eat. Poor kid, she looks scared out of her wits. I'm going to go and get her something.
Maybe the freak already gave her the glove treatment.
Don't you want any tucker? What are you, deaf or something?
Petrified. Gee, relax, love. My name's Myra. No one's going to hurt you here.
Oh, look, leave the poor bitch alone. She'll get over it.
Everyone needs a friend sometime, Keen.
Hello, I'm Judy Bryant. Here's plenty of bread and salad. There's no meat left, though.
Maybe she's on a hunger strike.
No, she's probably just fussy.
Scared out of her brain, more like it.
What brain? Bloody retard, if you ask me.
God, show a little sympathy, Kelly.
For a lousy wog.
The country's overrun with them. Isn't that right, grease bucket? You know when you're not wanted, don't you?
Now look what you've done, stupid. Yeah. Good one, Kelly.
Good.
Anyway, I ended up with 6 months.
Oh, I don't blame you. Your boss must have been really horrible to make you hit him like that. I had a wonderful friend, Cass. She lived in the country too. Oh, she just loved it.
Give me the bush any day.
Yes. It's a pity your father had to sell out.
Yeah, what was the drought? Hit a lot of people.
So you've been in the city almost a year now.
Seems like 10.
Well, you have to get out, meet people. Maybe join a club or something. I'm sure there's one just right for you.
What sort's that?
Oh, I don't know. You seem to be awfully interested in stars and things. My uncle was in a club where that's all they talked about.
Astronomy?
Fascinating, isn't it? Although I don't understand all of it.
God, look at the time. Come on, Mason, if he hasn't finished, too bad.
Oh, we're finished, Mrs. Slattery. You'll have to find someone to help you with dinner because I'm not on tray duty this afternoon.
Thanks anyway.
Yeah, I'll see if I can come back tomorrow and have a chat. I'm awfully glad your voice is better. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Bye.
Look, I know it's your ball game now, but you've got to do something about Kelly.
She says she had nothing to do with it.
Oh, and you believe her. Come on, you say you're holding the reins. It's about time you took the whip to scum like that.
Well, I don't need to bash people to keep them in line, Desmond. Anyway, there's no proof it was Kelly.
Well, you're going to have to get some proof, aren't you, King?
Leave it, Jude.
I'm sick of this bitch.
You heard her, Brian. Butt out.
All right, ladies. Stop work for a moment. The department's decided to allow the male prisoners to join you during recreation periods.
Oh, they're my basic blacks at the dry cleaners.
Oh, don't worry, Jude. I reckon they'll come casual.
Well, look at you lot and they won't come at all.
All right, that's enough. Now, also, Chris Sutton, a friend of Mr. Cleary's, is running a group encounter session after work today. Now, you don't have to go, but since he's willing to give up his time, I think you might at least give it a try. Thank you, ladies. You can get back to it.
Mrs. Reynolds. How's Mrs. Morris? She coming back soon?
Oh, not for a while, Judy, but she'll be glad you asked.
Huh.
Tell her the place needs her.
Certainly does. I'll be seeing her tonight, so I'll give you your regards.
Right. There'll be no roach racing tonight.
Why?
Because we're not sharing any deals till we sort out those blokes first.
Oh, okay, by me. Bag's sorting out Marlene's macho man.
What's wrong with you, love? I thought you were pleased that those blokes were coming here. Jude, what about that Sutton guy? He's another bloody shrink.
Oh, he seems all right.
Oh, yeah, like Edmonds. Are you kidding? You couldn't get two that bad in a row. I don't care. I'm just sick of being bloody shoved in a cage and prodded.
What's going on? Oh, Miss Ferguson asked us to do this for Mr. Sutton.
Shrink time.
Well, you don't have to stay, you know.
Oh, I am. He might give us a nice cup of tea and biscuits like Dr. Edmonds did.
Yeah, or a nice twisted brain like Dr. Edmonds did.
Oh, Bobby, don't. He wouldn't. He's Mr. Cleary's friend.
Oh, well, if there's food, I'll be in it.
I can't see the trough, Warren. Oink a bit louder.
Shut up, Kelly.
God.
You got any more of those bickies, Red? They were really good.
No.
Oh, bum.
Well, maybe the fellas will bring their buy-up with them tonight.
Oh, Matthew won't be able to come. Isn't that
Who's
sad?
Matthew?
Oh, he was in hospital and Mrs. Reynolds let me keep him company for ages. No, it wasn't like that. He hurt his hand, so I helped feed him. He's a wonderful person, really.
La-dum,
Oh,
ba-dum.
honestly, don't be awful. You know, I'm finished with weddings. It's just that, well, he was so young and helpless.
Obviously not the one I ran into.
Obviously was the one I ran into, and I'm still in love. I thought his name was Frankfurt.
Oh, bad luck, Mal. Looks like Pixie's been working on him all afternoon.
Oh, I have not.
Well, if he's up for grabs, I'll be in it.
This is Mr. Sutton, everyone. You know Mitchell already. Perhaps you could introduce him to everyone later, Robbie.
Thank you, Mrs. Reynolds. Hi, everyone.
I'll see you before you leave.
Yes.
All right, I'll leave you to it.
It looks a bit daunting, does it? Well, it's not really. All I'm here for is to give you a chance to air some of your problems and blow off a bit of steam. Now, I know it's not something I said.
Get out of here, McRae.
I got something to say.
You already did.
This trip downstairs tonight.
Oh, don't worry. There's enough for both of us. I won't get in your way.
Is that all you think about, Burke? Knocking off women?
Ah, it must be cruel to be past it. Or have you just forgotten how?
Well, look. The department's got us on trial, right? So, when we join the women tonight, you better just watch it, because one kick over the traces and we're going to be stuck up here for keeps.
Now, go blow it out your other end, McRae. I've got the goods, and one way or another, I'm going to deliver them. They won't be able to keep their hands off you, Frankie boy.
I think we'll have to start these sessions earlier in the day. You all look worn out. Righto. Lay it on me. I'll be the bunny. So far, what do you think the worst thing is about me?
Your mustache. It doesn't cover enough of your face.
Well, at least I can do something about it.
Have a bit of trouble fixing your oversized feet.
Yeah, and your manners could do with a spring clean, barging in where you're not wanted.
Is that the general feeling?
Oh, it's not you especially. It's just people like you keep asking us if we have a problem, and when we tell them, they keep saying, oh, yes, well, you really have a problem then.
That's right.
I mean, what's the point?
The only qualification people like you need is to have an ego as big as your mouth.
Yeah, and that goes for all of them. Screws, churches, the whole bloody lot. Take your black bag and shove it, Sutton.
All right. Anyone else?
All ready for parole, are they?
Got a bit of a way to go yet.
You'll be on a pension before you get any result from that rabble.
Well, at least they worked up an appetite. Couldn't wait to get to tea.
Figures. That's all they ever think about. Their bellies, just like animals.
Wrong. I may be the worst for wear, but I did get them going. Some of their contributions were spot on.
Contributions? Why don't you go back to university? You see more for your efforts there.
Miss Ferguson, I'll see just as much for my efforts here.
Impossible. They're criminals.
So?
I thought you psychologists needed a bit of grey matter to work with. That lot couldn't scrape up enough to pass a first-grade exam.
I bet you think my feet are too big, too. See you tomorrow.
So I bought you this. We're not supposed to bring food out, but, well, it's yours really, isn't it? I mean, if you'd come to dinner, you would have had it. There you are. What a lovely little book. Oh, I'm awfully sorry. I'm terribly sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. Oh, golly, I just remembered I left something in the rec room. Bye.
Oh, Mylene, you just reneged.
What? You just played the left bow, you idiot.
You should have played that last time, huh?
I'm sorry.
Come on, pay attention.
You bitch! Haven't you heard? Smoking's very bad for the lungs, and I'd hate you to run out of breath before I get the truth.
About what?
The cocaine. How'd you slip it to Marlene?
Can't remember. They say dope wipes out your memory
You
cells.
better start remembering, or Harvey's going to look very pretty compared to you.
Yeah, you touch me and the top dog will deal with you.
Oh, I doubt that very much. Reb and I might do things differently, but we both hate pushers.
Oh, you're really stupid. Who do you think brought it in the first place? Father Christmas?
Right, you lot. Here they are. Burke and McRae. Just remember the rules. Club on, play a club.
Little lady luck, eh? Smart move.
Bugger off, will you?
Air's warmer over here.
Good to see there's more than kids and wrinklies around here.
Still working in the kitchen then?
No.
There's been a lot of interesting additions to the food lately.
Yes, a lot of interesting returns from what I've heard.
Beats the old bush telegraph.
Yeah, well, just make sure it doesn't get out of hand, OK? I don't want to see any of these kids getting hurt.
Hey. Why bounce me?
You say what goes, I can see that.
Look, have you thought we ought to get danger money for working down here? I mean, we might be the ones that get attacked.
Oh, God. Not everyone finds you irresistible. Why don't you take your ego for a walk somewhere else?
Whatever you've lost, it must be important.
It is. What are these?
What do they look like?
Bitch. You've been lacing those and just shoveled one into Marlene.
Settle down, you got your wires crossed.
Oh, not anymore, lady. You really sucked me in, didn't you? All that garbage about giving away the racket, you're bloody running them.
All right, 10 out of 10. Where does it get you? I'm the one with the juicy bone, you're the runt in the litter.
The women.
The women will do what I say. The top dog gives them what they want. And for that, they'll lick my boots.
Not when they hear about this, they won't.
I'll go inch to your yank mate, she's the only one who'll listen to you.
Don't you bet on it.
I can just hear it now. Mara wants her job back. What a bunch of sour grapes.
You are scum, Keen.
No, I'm top dog. Slobber off to the geriatric department, Grandma. Mental gymnastics are too much for you. You see, I'm top dog today, next week, and long as I'm here. Got it?
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines.